Well, hello, I am finally back. I know I haven't posted a rewind going over my trades from the day in a couple of, really almost a week. I was out of town last week getting some stuff done to the R8, so I didn't have my whole setup with me, but I am back. So we're going to run through the setups from today. Today was an amazing day, big green day, and super happy. Now I want to walk through everything that I took today and really walk you through what I did so that you can do it too. I want to teach you how to fish. If you don't know who I am the founder and lead trainer at Momentum. I've taught over 10,000 traders just like you. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. Now, really the big stuff today was AIHS and BTBD. Now, we saw a lot of slowness, of course, in July and August, and finally that's starting to come to an end, it looks like, with some really nice opportunities last week and coming into this week. So, really good stuff so far. Stuff is looking good. The one thing that I'll say though is it's not going to be overnight. So we have a lot of sort of teetering back in the right direction where now we have a lot of awesome opportunity, but it's sort of short lived. So we have that awesome opportunity for like first 30 minutes of market being open, then stuff starts to fade and chop around. And it really is a matter of knowing when to step away, when to sit back. Now, today the big thing was BTBD and AIHS. And I'll show you the pre-market watch list here from this morning. Those were really the top watches. You'll see right here, BTBD and AIHS were the top watches, and of course IPDN as well, and HWH. Those all made some awesome moves. But the big one here, BTBT at market open, this thing looked fantastic. And what you'll actually see here, take a look, where we have this awesome looking setup. I'll actually go to a 3-minute time frame for you, so you can actually get a good idea of what I was sort of looking at. And what we had happen here, let me get my pen tool for you. So what we notice from pre-market is we have this double top high. So we have this rejection off of 4. Now what this becomes, you see these big wicks off the highs, this becomes an area of overhead supply. Now what happens here is price breaks out, as you can see, up over the 410s, and has a bit of a controlled pullback. You see this controlled pullback back into this range. And so I'm looking for a bit of a supply and demand pivot here out of this past area of supply, which has now become demand. And so looking back at the 1-minute time frame here, what you'll see is price pulls back at the open and we start to find a buyer. So look at this. Price pulls back off of the area of demand formed in pre-market, off of VWAP, and we start to find some buyers. So I take these pullbacks and I'm able to take it back up into this high of its channel for pre-market. Take a look. So able to take profit back up into the high of this channel, played it really well. Then of course it sold off and I was done with it. Now moving a little bit further along here, again it sets up again beautifully. Take a look. I'll zoom out a little bit so you can actually see. And again, sets up beautifully. Gorgeous setup. This thing was amazing today though. It was leading gapper in pre-market and this thing was just awesome. So check this out. We have this low put in place here beneath the upper. It grabs liquidity and then reverses back up to the highs in a big way. This thing gaps up from 360s back up to 450 for about a dollar move. Pulls back to the lows again, but what happens here? It puts in place a higher low. So we actually have here, we have this other wick put in place above this previous high, or previous low, excuse me. And then it reverses back to the upside. After it does that and reclaims the VWAP, I take it off the next pullback, risking the bottom of this range for the move back up into these highs. Now, did I get that move back up into those highs? I did not, but of course managed risk perfectly here. So able to capture the pullback here over VWAP. You can see at 390, risking off of 370 for the move back higher. And I get a move here back up to about 415, 420. And again, played it really well. As we found a seller off of the opening highs, as we see right here, just took full profit. We saw it hesitate here. You can see here it tries to break higher, hesitates, and so I go ahead and just take my profit and walk away. This thing was amazing though. Really good opportunities here today, and the daily was wild. But that was that. Moving right along to IPDN. I'll save the best for last. Don't worry on AIHS. IPDN was good today. I was looking for a simple break of the previous day's high. I'll show you here. And we got the break. Don't get me wrong, we got the break, and this thing looked pretty good today. It was on last night's watch list too, and we saw it break over this daily high. You can see here over the, what is this, 11 bucks? 1090. It's over this past daily high, and it halted up. It resumes, it pulls back, and puts in place another range here. Take a look. Where we know we have this defined level of resistance off the high, but we've also got these higher lows here as well getting put in place. So we have higher low. So it gives me a good range to play out of here after finding that confirmation. So we have these higher lows put in place here. I take a pullback, risking off the past low for the move back up into this high of day. And I capture a nice little move here. You can see off this little doji from 1115 really back up into the 1160s. And then from there, we see it reject off the highs. Again, check this out. Where price breaks over this past high and instantly rejects. That is my exit. And then I'm able to get out of this before it grabs liquidity and absolutely crushes everybody. The big thing with this too is these breakouts have been disgusting lately, and this is just so nasty. Don't chase the breakout. Wait for confirmation. I was watching it for confirmation, but this would have had to have closed up here, pulled back, found a buyer, and then I could have taken it, but just no confirmation, so no trade. But last but not least, my favorite setup for today was AIHS. I said it multiple times going into market open. This thing was my favorite for today. I missed a lot of the move, but that's just because it was so overextended. I just didn't have that conviction to trade that, and we'll go back to that in a second. But going into the open today, this thing looked fantastic. You had a super tight, really coiled wedge setup going into market open. And, my game plan here, I'll show you on the pre-market watch list again. The game plan here is to watch it over 360 for the range to 4 and 440, and that's exactly how I played it today, literally to a T. So watch for it to break out of this tightening wedge from pre-market, which you can actually see. I'll switch to a 3-minute time frame. And you can see right here, this tightening wedge formed at the market open. I was looking for a break to the upside using a VWAP as confluence, and really did just that. I didn't capture the whole move. Again, I was just sort of breaking the ice to get started, and then it just kept on going, and I didn't have a chance to play it again. But again, we'll come back to that. So we broke over that 360 spot this morning. I know it's a bit hard for you to see. Let me see if I can get zoomed in here for you. But took the breakout here. We have this 3-bar breakout, 1, 2, 3-bar breakout with VWAP here as confluence at the bottom of this 1-minute candle. So took a solid entry there. I was able to play this super well from 370 up to about 425. Could not have asked for a better play. Now, I tried to then take a pullback off of the moving average for the move back higher following the same structure off of the 9 EMA, but it broke beneath, and I took a very small loss here, gave back a little bit of profits, but I was just trying to really mimic the exact setups that I took all through here. All of these exactly like this here. It's just, I won on 3 of them, I lost on 1 of them. Probability, par for the course. I came back and tried to do it again up here, and I lacked a little bit of conviction, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would have captured this amazing move. But I played out the pullback off the 9 EMA once more, and I captured a nice little win. Really little base hit play here from 484 to about 5. And again, left a lot of money on the table here. This thing ended up running all the way to $7 a share from that entry. Oh, I hate even looking at it. It's just one of those things. It is what it is. The thing is, after I missed this whole move right here, which today was an amazing day, don't get me wrong. Today ended up being a very good day because we had a lot of really good low-risk opportunities to really get some good size on. And I'd like to see everybody in chat had an amazing day today as well. But the big thing with this is our goal is not to catch the entire move. Our goal is to catch the moves that we can properly catch. And the issue with stuff like this is after I missed this whole move, the brain knows. The brain is already thinking, well, I missed a move. Now if I take a loss, I'm going to be so frustrated. So already lacking conviction. So don't try to play it up here. But we also have the 200 moving average sitting right there at 750, 760. So even that was adding some weight as well. It was very hard in that sense to try and go back and play this, knowing that we had the 200 moving average sitting overhead at 7s. Knowing that I missed this big move right here, I knew that if I went back to play it, even if it didn't make the move that I was looking for, I'm going to trade it like crap. And that's what you've got to understand is, I don't care how good a setup looks. I don't care what move it makes. If you don't have conviction, you're not going to trade it well regardless. You're not going to trade it well regardless of what it does. So you're going to take larger losses, smaller wins. It's just going to compound like an avalanche. So left it alone from there on out. Again, had a lot of really good trades on it today. I had 4 wins and 1 loss on it, so it was still a really good morning. I just missed this move right here, which thankfully I capitalized on BTBD, capitalized on IPDN, but right here, left some money on the table. But hey, it is what it is. That's trading for you. But that's pretty much the morning recap. Not really a whole lot to delve into there this morning. It was just a really picture-perfect cookie-cut day. I couldn't be more happy with it. So this morning's live stream was amazing. Definitely saw a lot of stuff out there that we should be looking forward to for the rest of the month, rest of the week, and rest of the year. So I'm looking forward to crushing the rest of September, crushing the rest of the year, going into Q4. And all that being said, hopefully you guys had an awesome day again today as well. If you learned something from this video, make sure to subscribe for daily content just like this. And as always, make sure to claim your 7-day free trial. That way you can get access to watch me trade these stocks in real time every single day and get alerts, education, watch list, chat room access, and everything else. You can find that link down in the description below. That being said, I will catch you guys in the next one.